we're here to just compare two different types of selections for athlete selections, not national, Olympic selection or Olympic qualification. So obviously we brought you two in because it's kind of very different. Charlotte, you've already qualified, and Ruggero,
Not yet.
not yet. Yeah, and you guys are really both top in the world teams. Your other team as well. So maybe we'll start with Charlotte, and maybe explain to me, at least as much as you can, what your selection process is and when you were selected.
So we were really fortunate to get selected after the TIS event in August and then announced in October. For us, the team likes to keep the selection criteria private from the rest of the world, but we always know what regattas are the important ones that we have to hit. So last year was a really big year for us. So it took, at the end of the TIS event, it definitely took a little while to come down from that, because it felt it was an intense battle. We had another really, really good British boat in the trials. So it was an intense battle, but it's been really nice to kind of have a bit of a come down and then now start to build up towards the games.
Now, Ruggero, you're having that intense battle now, right?
Yeah, for us the situation is quite different from them. So for us, it's more every event count, or we don't know which are the events that counts more.
Right.
So it's more. We are two teams really close. We won the Worlds in 2018. They won in Auckland. We won the test event. They did good other races. So quite hard battle. And yeah, I think our type of selection is really demanding in terms of materials that you need to perform to every event. You cannot put aside, let's say, a good mainsail. Okay, put aside for the games. Now you have to buy and use and let's say waste equipment and a lot of energy, because trying to be performing at every event, it's quite demanding also in physical and mental energies.
I see that, Charlotte. I see that as almost like a benefit in a way, like that battle hardening that you had last year. They're going through that right now. Maybe they're going through that even a little closer to the Olympic Games, whenever yours ends up, and whenever your selection ends up. And I've heard some things about a negative side to qualifying a year out. I don't know if it was Ben Rhodes or someone else told me that they had been selected quite a bit earlier, and they lost their tuning partners because there's kind of stamina and burnout on their side. So it kind of mixes up. How has your team managed that time? It hasn't been too long, but you have another couple months.
I guess I think there's pros and cons of either way. I think the real benefit is that you do get to just say, right, this is really good kit and we don't need to use it all of the time.
Right.
So you can save your best mast, you're not sailing with it in a shallow venue and things like that. And
absolutely.
There is that definite benefit. However, on the other side, I think that trials battle, certainly for Satanaya as a new team, that really kind of formed like what we were going to be like under pressure, because we were under real intense pressure for that trials process, and it was nice to do that early enough in the cycle to work on things if we need to in the next in this sort of 9-month period. But also it kind of like really made us gave us a lot of confidence that under pressure we can really perform, and I can see the benefit of the trials running later into the games, that actually you are really in that battle mode, and like you're strong as a team and strong in how you're going to perform, and the Olympics will feel like a piece of cake, I think, at the end of it.
There was that let down, that relax afterwards that you said that you need time to recuperate, which you'll have to have, or just keep going.
I think it depends when the selection is going to end up, but pretty sure we're going to keep going, and we won't have any nearest moment until the games,
Right.
if we get selected. So it's gonna be a long year.
Now, last question is just going forward, just generally tempering yourself in the Olympic cycle. I know your selection was last year. You're going through your selection right now, but do both of you have what's your happy place, calming thing? Do you regularly work on, how do you work on keeping yourself steady, even though there's a lot of pressure on you, an awful lot, even though you're already selected?
I think it's difficult to not know to not feel like the games is really close.
Yeah.
So I think there's always that kind of bit of pressure that it's coming. So, and we've got a long list of things that we need to get done, and I know right now we're not going to have finished it by the time the games come along. So
Right. Wow.
I think we feel pretty motivated, even though we've been selected earlier. But I think it's quite nice just being able to feel that pressure for all the, for the 9 months and the lead up to it. It's not going to change, and just kind of get used to it. I think.
How about for you?
At the moment, we are not really feeling the games because we are focusing on every race and every place. It's different, and so still not focusing on, let's say, on the big waves of Hiroshima, or on just sailing every venue and try to do our best on every event.
So I said that was the last question. Last question, what do you both do to relax? So.
I go skiing a lot, paragliding, so it's not relaxing, but free the mind and do something else, which is
And have you done that since childhood?
yeah.
Nice. Lucky to have the Alps near you.
Sorry?
Lucky to have the Alps near you.
Yeah.
And how about you?
Well, I'm really jealous of him. We're not allowed to go skiing.
Oh, really? Yeah.
But my boyfriend and I, we always commandeer his mum and dad's boat, and basically just go
Sailor motor.
a motorboat. Yeah, we've got to get there quickly if you're on downtime. So yeah, we just chill out on that and kind of glamping. On the
Nice.
boat. So,
Nice. And have you been a boater since you were a kid?
yeah, pretty much. I think about 3.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks so much, guys. I know sometimes it's a little tough thing to talk about, but if there's anyone that knows how to handle pressure, it's you two. So,
Thank you.
thanks.
Thanks.